USS Wyoming BB-32 was the lead ship of her class of dreadnought battleships and was the third ship of the United States Navy named Wyoming, although she was only the second named in honor of the 44th state. Wyoming was laid down at the William Cramp and Sons in Philadelphia in February 1910, was launched in May 1911, and was completed in September 1912. She was armed with a main battery of 12 12-inch 305mm guns and capable of a top speed of 20.5 knots, 38.0 km per hour, 23.6 miles per hour. During the First World War, she was part of the Battleship Division 9, which was attached to the British Grand Fleet as the 6th Battle Squadron. During the war, she was primarily tasked with patrolling in the North Sea and escorting convoys to Norway. She served in both the Atlantic and Pacific fleets throughout the 1920s, and in 1931–1932, she was converted into a training ship according to the terms of the London Naval Treaty of 1930. Wyoming served as a training ship throughout the 1930s, and in November 1941, she became a gunnery ship. She operated primarily in the Chesapeake Bay area, which earned her the nickname Chesapeake Raider. In this capacity, she trained some 35,000 gunners for the hugely expanded U.S. Navy during World War II. She continued in this duty until 1947, when she was decommissioned on the 1st of August and subsequently sold for scrap. She was broken up in New York starting in December 1947. Main article: Wyoming-class battleship Wyoming was 562 feet 171 meters long overall and had a beam of 93 feet 3 and 28 meters, and a draft of 28 feet 6 and 9 meters. She displaced 26,000 long tons 26,417 t, as designed, and up to 27,243 long tons 27,680 t, at full load. The ship was powered by 4 shaft Parsons steam turbines and 12 coal-fired Babcock and Wilcox boilers rated at 28,000 shp, 21,000 kilowatts, generating a top speed of 20.5 knots, 38.0 km per hour, 23.6 miles per hour. The ship had a cruising range of 8,000 nmi, 15,000 kilometers, 9,200 miles, at a speed of 10 knots, 19 kilometers per hour, 12 miles per hour. The ship was armed with a main battery of 12 12-inch 50 caliber Mark 7 guns in 6 Mark 9 twin gun turrets on the centerline, 2 of which were placed in a superfiring pair forward. The other 4 turrets were placed aft of the superstructure in 2 superfiring pairs. The secondary battery consisted of 21 5-inch 127mm 51 caliber guns mounted in casemates along the side of the hull. The main armored belt was 11 in 279mm thick, while the gun turrets had 12 in 305mm thick faces. The conning tower had 11.5 in 292mm thick sides. 1 modifications edit in 1925. Wyoming was modernized in the Philadelphia Navy Yard. 2. Her displacement increased significantly, to 26,066 long tons 26,484 t standard and 30,610 long tons 31,100 t full load. Her beam was widened to 106 feet 32 meters primarily from the installation of anti-torpedo bulges, and draft increased to 29 feet 11.75 and 9 meters. Her 12 coal-fired boilers were replaced with 4 White Forster oil-fired boilers that had been intended for the ships cancelled under the terms of the Washington Naval Treaty. Performance remained the same as the older boilers. The ship's deck armor was strengthened by the addition of 3.5 in 89mm of armor to the second deck between the end barbettes, plus 1.75 in 44mm of armor on the third deck on the bow and stern. The deck armor over the engines and boilers was increased by 0.75 in 19mm and 1.25 in 32mm respectively. 5 of the 5-inch guns were removed and 8 3-inch 76mm 50 caliber anti-aircraft guns were installed. The mainmast was removed to provide space for an aircraft catapult mounted on the No. 3 turret amidships. Service history: Wyoming was laid down at the William Cramp and Sons shipyard in Philadelphia on the 9th of February 1910, and was launched on the 25th of May 1911. She was completed a year and 4 months later, on the 25th of September 1912. One after her commissioning, the final fitting out work was completed at the New York Navy Yard over the next 3 months. She then proceeded to join Th.